tees it up and boots it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The first carry down. This is Williams. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And they work this out past the 25. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st down.
1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers, and he hits his target, the tight end Lewis.
Complete.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Allen. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
1st down, Green Bay.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Jones on the run for Green
Well, on every
Bay.
play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now 4th down.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. We're scoreless after 1. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Flushed out, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
James Conner. Darnell Savage on the tackle. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
This is out quickly to the right. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Alert! No spacing. I got him. Football tonight. Mike's football. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Ebron's got it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
6 yards to go.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
at their own 40.
If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that had them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt.
The big fella, 20. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis, 55 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 16, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score, Packers 14, Steelers nothing. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
At the 17-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
Brings up third.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick.
Roethlisberger's pass intercepted by the Packers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Final shot before half for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Easy. I got you, boy. Football's the mic. Mike's football.
Now Roethlisberger. And the pressure gets to him again. Dean Lowry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now that's the way to start the 2nd half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Solid, 5 down. Small. Jack 16.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Check the backer. Check 3 and trick.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Turnover on downs.
On first down, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Bud Dupree, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Third down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Fourth down.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Adams has it complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. This is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Well, as we normally do, let's look ahead to what's to come here in the NFL for Week 6. Some changes to the schedule in this most unusual season, but CD, I've earmarked a few here. I've got Cleveland and Pittsburgh, Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Of course, that's going to be a lot of fun. Arizona-Dallas Monday night, and then you got Buffalo-KC moved from Thursday to Monday to account for Buffalo playing on Tuesday in Week 5.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and start with that one because that Buffalo-Kansas...
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup at 34 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up
throwing on second down. Roethlisberger.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Rodgers now on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Tyson Alualu able to get him for a loss of about 3. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Rodgers pass.
Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 69 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Packers 28, Steelers 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they...
And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Rodgers, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long. And again, it's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Jalen
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the 37-yard line.
Black 30. Alert, alert. Watch the slap.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It was Bud Dupree fighting through and making the tackle.
3-yard line.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.